UNSC report to Office of Naval Intelligence, 2461. It is with regret that I must address the elephant in the room. The failure of Section 2 to prevent the war in which we now find ourselves. If Oni cannot push our own allies away from conquest, how can I trust you to protect our more sensitive interests? As it is, something good may yet be salvaged from this mess. The hunter worms have long been in possession of Sangheili-founded systems, choking the Arbiter and his people. Reclaiming their former sovereignty over this sector may strengthen their position, and thus the reclamations. A minimum force has been deployed, but it should be more than enough in their weakened state. Let us hope our plans for the Punic-class Juggernaut are not in peril. End report. Hi guys, Tom from Project G here, and welcome back to Stellaris Responsibilities Mantle. Last time, we got dragged into a bit of a war we didn't want by the Banished. Thank you, you stupid bastards. Yeah, we're at war with the Hunters and the Forerunners respectively, though it's going well, but that's not the point. I want to spend the next few episodes chilling out, preparing my fleets. I've got a Juggernaut incoming, you know, getting everything ready for the flood. Instead, I'm fighting the Forerunners and the Hunters. I mean, this is practically how the Forerunners got screwed over in the Halo universe. They were too busy fighting humans that by the time the flood came along, they were exhausted. But, alas, we should be able to wrap it up decently quickly. I have Zarklan's battle groups progressing throughout Forerunner territory. We have most of it under lockdown. We just need to get what's left. Meanwhile, Battlegroup Terminus is proceeding up through Hunter territory and doing much the same. We are securing systems as we go. Eventually going to head up here and help out the Sangheili, who have taken a few knocks. It looks like this system has since been reclaimed by the Banished, so they're already getting on that, which is good. I believe we're in the process of upgrading our ships. It's Battle Group Sierra getting the treatment currently. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was Sapien Combat Computers, maybe, that I just added. It was something, I can't remember. But either way, they are getting upgraded. Sierra 3 right now. Terminus needs an upgrade, but I have to wait. And also the home fleet, which is waiting on what? Ah yes, it's Titan Infinity class, the UNSC Eternity. That should be finished in 154 days. 19 months then, and we'll get the Juggernaut available for creation. 41 months for just some research output, and shield hull points, hit points rather, will be going up shortly thereafter. In the galactic community, we have nothing currently on the Senate floor, but it looks like cooperative research channels are going to be what gets there, which, you know, is all well and good. I'll vote for that. Just means we get more influence from tech. Starbase upkeep goes up slightly, but I can manage that just fine. Aside from that, it's just continuing to build up. Did I have a new gateway constructing somewhere? I believe I did. Yes, I did. UNSC Coda is building a new gateway above Onyx. That's what I was remembering. So, we're going to be spending a lot of alloys in the near future, but so long as we have things in a relatively decent position by 2500, that all should be well and good. And Zarklan has engaged and immediately mopped up the first station of the day. Head up to Averim next, and I'll head them down to Julau. What else do we have? We've got a small cluster over here that is still defended. Got some planets over here. Some alien vessels. What was in this system? Yeah, some pirate ships. Well, we'll see if we probably end up bypassing that for the time being. Chances are a lot of this will be taken by the time I get there, but we'll see. And there we go. The UNSC Eternity has arrived. I do like the lore accurate names going on here. But there she is. Our second Infinity class supercarrier is up and ready to go. And Battle Group Terminus has arrived at its target, which we are now proceeding to take. Poor Lithoid Station doesn't even know what hit it. Boom. Meanwhile, we're starting to attack some of the Forerunner planets. We've got Gremlins, Mantises, Wolverines, Spartan 3s, Rhinos, another Spartan 3 squad. Battle Group Terminus is underway again. Oh, we're about to lose a Spartan 3 squad by the looks of it. Damn it. Gonna need a bit of a resupply of this force afterwards. What have we got over here?
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
Seems they managed to double back on us. Well, don't worry about that. Have that in hand. And it seems our science ship has retrieved the next specimen, Tarblack. After an extensive search of the seabed of Cubicub, using a small fleet of mini-submarines, the crew of the UNSC Accra finally managed to corner the elusive target of their search, a live Tarblack. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard a science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. The crew members of the UNSC Accra that came into direct contact with the Tarblack will require extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Excellent. Oh, research concluded. Would that be? Yes, it would be. Juggernaut. New research. What can we replace that with? A Mark V Supermat cannon. Huh. You know what? I think I just might. Yeah. Let's get a Supermag on the go. Meanwhile, ship designer. Look at, which I probably need to make a new class of battleship that can support the big front gun turret. But at the end of the day, that's okay because I have this beautiful thing. I don't even quite know what class of ship this is. Is it designed after a Punic, perhaps? I'm not entirely certain. It's got the Office of Naval Intelligence logo right there. Yeah, we can't use that right now because we're only now researching its big Supermat gun. But it does have a lot of broadsword squadrons. And, of course, big bloody guns. Mac cannons. Let's get you some third generation missile pods and then a final Mac gun there as well. And we'll name you the Punic class. And we are now building the Colossal Assembly Yard over at Anchor 9 over Reach. Seems like an appropriate place as any. And we've got ourselves another tradition, so that will start us down the discovery path. Which, you know, won't provide us any particularly useful bonuses since we're well past that, but it will get us towards the last Ascension perk, which is what we want. Terminus is going after one of their more defended stations, but still, even though Terminus is our second weakest fleet, nothing it can't handle. Very good. Double back towards Caravan. Take this little cluster here, then I'll continue to push upwards after that. Meanwhile, Zarklan's battle group has caught up with one of their fleets. So I'm going to go and intercept right about now. Fortunately, I think our thrusters are still a decent bit faster. Also, that's ready. I'll leave that for the time being. Yeah. Decent bit. They've got level 3 thrusters. We have level 5 dark matter thrusters on this ship. One shot, one kill. Oh, poor bastards, you. And our science ship has also retrieved the last, I think, of the specimens. The Tastrogoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of Waiter 3 at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out of a tube-like mouth. Lovely. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members of the UNSC Accra were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Earth will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice. Excellent. Oh no, it looks like there is one more, but unfortunately it's in Megekalo space. I'm going to have them head over here and prepare to jump over there once that system is secured. And it looks like ban organic slave trade is once again up for grabs. Well, we'll see if we can get it this time. Admiral gains traits, very nice, but more importantly, Zarklan's battle group is coming upon one of the Forerunners' last strongholds. And a fleet over there, some science ships we've latched onto the fleet. There they go. And now onto the station. Down they go. What do they have left? System over there that's about to fall. Fight between 2 fleets, so we'll go and help them out. Aside from that, everything up here appears to be pretty well secured. Go after the Federation fleet there. Yep, it's just a small area down here that he's taking, and then it's just the Megekalo. We have arrived, and just in time to save the remaining ships. And that's the bulk of their Federation fleet decimated. You guys are very much welcome, Yanmi. And there we go. Anchor 9 has finished. So. Let's get started. Hello. Hidden Worlds. On Harvest. The crew clearing the toxic kelp on Harvest have made a breathtaking discovery. Ensnared and almost entirely obscured by the venomous plants is a colossal alien space station. Architecturally stunning and built with technology far superior to our own, it is a true work of art. The station appears to have crashed to the surface, surviving the impact thanks to its unusual shielding capacities. With our scientists now eager to examine, regretfully an archaeological excavation will prevent us from working the land until its completion. So max districts -1. We will excavate the site. Sure, let's go. Science ship, where is our closest one? Right there. Stefano. Alright, Stefano, get on it. Alright, we've got ourselves our new map guns coming. So what else do we have for society? Auto-curating Vault. It produces Unity. Lots of it. It's always pretty fine. Sure, let's go for that. As for engineering, well, whatever we get, we're going to be going after our Colossus next. So, just go for whatever, really. Cruiser hull points. What was the other thing? Planetary Bill Suit. No. Cruiser hull points, so we'll go for that. And then situation log. Oh, there we go. Colossus Project. Go for it. Alright, Terminus has arrived at T, which is their homeworld, which is currently held by the Envoy. Fleet trying to escape, not gonna let that happen. You should have stuck at the station, buddy. Now, split apart, I can take you on much easier. There we go. And now, head for the station. Very good. Engaging.
Construction completed.
Armor is halfway down. Terminus has lost a ship by the looks of it. Not a battleship, sorry, a destroyer. I'll have to set them to repair after this fight. But their armor is gone. We lost another destroyer. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Down the station, bloody well it goes. Very, very good. Reinforce that fleet. And while it also repairs, head up to that system there and continue the onslaught. Zarklan is done with the Forerunners. The Forerunners are all but secured at this point. They have a couple of planets holding out, but my assault armies are in to deal with that situation. So I'll send the Zarklans up to this wormhole, which will send them up here, and I can just have them jump into any system of my choosing. Meanwhile, archaeological dig site pending, hidden worlds. Records aboard the station reveal that the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle who scribed their destinies at birth. Divine will decided everything from their choice of partner to their occupation to the minutiae of their daily lives, leaving them with little individual freedom. Most of them were afraid to diverge from their destined paths, as all who did perished under mysterious circumstances. So it's a cult. Wonderful. The last of the Foreigner planets is going down right now. There we go.
Planet secured.
And it seems we've got ourselves another dig site pending. The archaeological team has made an unexpected discovery. Embedded within the station walls are hidden surveillance systems that seem to have been feeding visual and auditory information to a single point somewhere within the station's core. Someone was monitoring the disciples at all times, even in the most private moments. In some places, the equipment has been torn out or sabotaged. Close to the central hub are signs of violence and disruption. It seems as though at some point the inhabitants discovered that they were being monitored. Curious. Alright, Zarklan's battle group has arrived at its intended destination. So, let's get this party started in here. Zarklans has taken the first one, and the Swords of Sanghelios are claiming all of these systems, because all the way back when, if you remember, this was Swords of Sanghelios territory. Everything up to here. And it was taken. And we're now taking it back. In comes Zarklans. Going to one of the smaller stations. Very nice. Alright, head to Zithri next. But yeah, I mean, we claim all this territory and we win. I'm pretty sure the Swords of Sanghelios are going to get a lot of it, which will be a massive, massive improvement to their state in the galaxy, considering how weak they've been. They may very well be able to build up a sizable force with the territory they'll gain and the resources from said territory. Alright, here we go. Attacking the station, and we have an archaeological dig site likewise pending. We'll get to that in a moment. In we go, and that's that station taken. Sanghelios. Let's get it done. While Terminus is doing that, what do we have with the big site? We have traced the wiring to the temple a temple complex devoted to the worship of the Oracle and her clergy in the station's central node. But in the Oracle's chambers, instead of a divine entity, resides an enormous AI necklace branded of the Oracle. Wires extend from its core like a nervous system through the entire station. Secret communications between the inhabitants reveal that there was a failed attempt at storming the temple and deactivating the Nexus. It seems likely the society collapsed when it became known that their lives were not governed by divine will, but by a prophetic computer. Restarting the Nexus requires extensive repairs. Should we restart it though? I mean, it's Oni, so of course they're going to restart it, but it kind of seems like a bad idea, really. Battle for Sanghelios. Here we go. And there she is, the homeworld of the elites. Long as it, well, initially under Megakolo control, then it rebelled and formed its own little sovereignty. And now it's occupied by the Hunters once again. You need to turn back because there's a problem over there. Battle Group Terminus is about to jump into here any moment now. There we go. Jumped. What are they going to do in response to our presence? Seems like, yep, they're moving off. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. Separate yourselves. And see if we can't catch them. Nope, we can do it in time. Alright, take the station. And we'll have Zarklan's reverse course and catch them out instead. Go on. Battle Group Terminus. We'll engage the station. This may cause them some damage, because it's a rather strong station. But we have the numbers nevertheless. No losses yet, though a couple of retreating. Let's check that in just a moment. I think that's our clans. Nope, yep, we lost something. And judging by the debris and I think that was our battleship that went. It suffered a critical core breach. No, the battleship's still there. What was it then? That went boom. That's a lot of debris. A cruiser. It wasn't a battleship, it was the cruiser. One of our, I would assume, yeah, a Halcyon went boom. It's unfortunate. Still, that gets that back. Head over, we take that system. Zarklans take that system, and then I'm going to have Terminus return to the L-Gate cluster, repair up, and I will start to reinforce it. We got ourselves a new addition. What do we have? Survey speed, science curve. Let's go for that. Seems a bit more useful and relevant. Meanwhile, our fleet of Marines is nearly here, so head to St. Helios, reclaim that world. It has a fair few hunters on the surface. We'll deal with that as we go. Battle Group Terminus is already making its way back to terminal egress, and I'll give it a bit of an upgrade, I think. And we have ourselves our character site. It has concluded. Our engineers have restored the Oracle's Nexus to an operative state, but not without first disabling its defense system. Good. Evidence suggests it may have been responsible not only for keeping the station's inhabitants alive, but also for killing them. It ran a complex computational models that forecast their lives with an estimated accuracy of 75%, correcting divergences and incapacitating future troublemakers before they could disrupt divine order. Oh dear. It has indicated that it wishes to speak with us. Well, let's talk to it at the very least. The Oracle manifests as an elaborate 3D hologram of a tall, anthropoid female clad in long, flowing robes. She bows her head in greeting, then stares emptily ahead with hundreds of huge, orbed, unseeing eyes. They glow dimly in the gloom as she speaks. Welcome to Divinity Station, friends. I can't help but notice that you have disabled my security system. May I employ you to restore it immediately? I can assure you that it's only there for your protection. Haha, fuck you. What happened to the inhabitants of this station? I have a failsafe that requires me to terminate a trial in the event of a code 034N deviation. The research has become a threat to the Republic. What is a code 034N deviation? The test subject had developed free will. Free will can only be abolished with nerve gas. Alright, GLaDOS. What trial? My trial. I was designed to build and maintain a society free of crime and suffering. A utopia in which every citizen was instilled with a defined purpose and lived up to their full potential. unfettered by indecision and desire. What's the Republic? The Republic is no more. What are you? I am Oracle, an artificial intelligence gifted with the sight. My software allows me to predict your future with divine accuracy of 74.99999%. I sense great doubt in you, great danger ahead. Your society is riddled with crime and deviation. I can make the pain go away. Ha, no. Skill 5 Governor, nope. Admin capacity is a quantum multi-core processor. We could use that. Mine. Wait, please don't go. My prediction models show that without my aid, your civilization is headed for imminent collapse in the next 5,348 years and 297 days. I will take good care of you. My programming guarantees it. And the options are very well, but your security system stays off. You aid the admin. Or I can continue to dismantle her. Ah. Thing is, she's a rather psychotic AI who murdered a station full of people. I don't think we can trust her. There we go. And that gives us plenty of alloys to boot. Ah, and it appears BAM Organic Slave Trade is in session, and for once, it is massively winning. Hallelujah. And our forces have landed on Sankhedios. We've got Grizzlies, rockets, some Spartans. Let go of Spartans, ironically enough. And we are taking them out in quick order.
War report.
Very good. Sankhedios has been liberated. And where to next? Lithir, I think. Hello, the Kesem Republic who have joined the Reclamation? A rebellion of the Mantle of Responsibility, I suppose. Huh. The Mantle of Responsibility had a rebellion. And we took control of it. Alright, fair enough, but yeah, that puts us back at 0 XP. One day we'll hit level 5. One day. A gun pointed at the head of the universe. Leading scientists across all conceivable fields have at last finalized their proposals for the planet Killer. Well, armor, first Colossus type shit. I think we're gonna go with Neutron Sweep, because I mean, I think we can say in like the lore of our little universe, the gun of the planet Cracker is a reverse engineered, miniaturized version of the Halo array. Wipes out all organic life in a shot. Uh-oh, look at this! Void superiority. The construction of the impressive Juggernaut has been completed. This mobile behemoth changes the paradigm of offensive warfare entirely. It can construct and repair ships on the front lines, and is equipped with devastating firepower, allowing for ceaseless assault on those who dare stand against us. The UNSC Defiance, apparently. There's one last thing we need to do. Now it's built. Boom. Boom. There we go. Upgrade this. Which will apparently take a little while, but let's have ourselves a look at this. Look at that beauty. She dwarves even the UNSC Infinity. Damn. And we have ourselves a gateway finished constructing. Very good, which leaves us with the task of selecting a new location. And I think we'll get one over at Blue Hawk just so we have a quick jump down to the southernmost region of the galaxy. Immediately after that, the Snirren secured. Snirren are large burrowing creatures that live beneath the dunes of vast equatorial deserts of that planet. When these predators sense movement in the sand above, they immediately raise dozens of tall spikes on their backs in the hope of impaling something edible. Finding a suitable specimen proved difficult at first until hundreds of tracked remote-controlled drones were dispatched across the desert in random directions. This led to the discovery and procurement of an unusually large specimen that had grown more than 100 spikes on its back. Excellent. And that's all specimens. All the specimens asked for by the Museum of Exobiology have been secured. The museum has grown to a massive facility where artificial gravity generators and atmospheric processors are used to simulate the environments over a dozen worlds. This is a journey across all of UNSC space to see its wonders. Which gives us lots of Unity, influence, energy credits, everything. And our Punic has fully upgraded, so it's now 32k just by itself. This is a powerful flagship to go into battle with. And just for measure, I've named it the UNSC Reclamation. Seems appropriate, doesn't it? Uh-oh, seems there's a massive battle going on between the Vanished and the Megekolo here. Ooh, who's going to come out on top is anyone's guess. So it looks like the Vanished are just about gaining ground. At great personal cost. Oh, they're very, very close to each other. So yeah, I think the Vanished will just about be able to take this. See their carriers going in. Just a bunch of corvettes battling it out right now. Versus... Oh no. Ah, the Banished retreated, I think. Ah, the Banished lost. They retreated. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, wherever that fleet went, ours is not so far behind. We have a Banished fleet moving in to take Sosta. So while they're doing that, I'm going to send Zarklans through this wormhole, which I have a suspicion where this takes me. We'll see if I'm right. I am very, very much right.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Let's get this party started. Meanwhile, our Marines are busy retaking worlds. And I think that's a good place to end it, because I just noticed we're slightly overrun, just ever so slightly. I think I was getting rather into things. But yeah, that was a very, very productive session. The Megekolo are just about to fall, all this territory taken, all this territory completely taken. Only one Sword of Sanghedeo system left to take over here, and one that's about to be taken by our assault armies. Which will leave just this small segment of space here left for the taking, because the Mantle Responsibility are out. They're completely claimed. At which point we should be able to achieve war goals. I will claim a few systems over here, the Banished will claim most of this, and then the Souls of Sanghedios will get the best end of the deal, taking back everything they lost. Absolutely everything, with the exception of Sanghedios itself. And it's about damn time. The Sangheli are returning to power in the galactic scale of importance. In terms of tech, we are still doing our Colossus, which has how much? 24 months left on the trot. 36 months of naval capacity, 4 months more shield hit points. We are back to 10 experience points for our Federation, about halfway there. Galactic Community, 68,000 to 28,000. We're going to get this in the bag, I'm pretty certain. 165 days until we have successfully taken all of that. Organic slave trade, done with. And of course we can't forget about the UNSC Reclamation, our greatest achievement of our whole playthrough, really. 32,000 in of itself. It can build ships, it's got support modules. I mean, look at it just dwarfing everything else. How many halberds could it fit inside of it? I approve. So next time, we'll mop up what's left of these guys over here, and then we can finally enact our plan to contain the endgame crisis when it comes in a short 3 episodes time. We better finish it next time, because then I'll have 2 episodes to prepare. Bloody hell, we're getting a bit close now, aren't we? So, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.